Hi everyone, and welcome to Lusha's webinar on how to build a sales growth engine with AI. And we are thrilled to have you here with us today. And we want to take a moment to thank you for taking the time to join us. As always, we create these special events so that we can share with you where we are at today and what's in it for you. So everyone, listen up. The future is here. I love saying that. And there's no looking back. So in today's world, we're spending way too much time just looking for prospects. And the truth is that we don't have to, because like I mentioned, AI is here to help, and it's going to help us with the searching, and it's going to remove a lot of manual work from us. So no more manual work, no more digging, and of course, no more time wasted. So just 1 second. Okay. Just a smarter prospecting experience and a path from start to close. Max? So allow me to introduce myself. My name is Tal. I am part of the customer success team here at Lusha. And with me today, we have Max, our product manager, and a good friend of mine who is here to explain more in depth and to take us on the journey to a new state of mind, where we remove the guesswork, we eliminate the manual work, and we shift into autopilot mode. So for those who are not quite familiar yet, Lusha is a data intelligence platform fully compliant with GDPR and CC-based certifications. Lusha is really all about giving you access to its most accurate database with over 160 million contacts. We use AI to keep things up to date and accurate, and our database is refreshed daily with feedback from our users helping to improve the information. Now, we can safely say, guys, that Lusha will provide you with the best data. So go ahead and connect with your prospects. Next. So just to take a quick moment to point out a special event that's just around the corner. If you are a cloud, SaaS, AI founder, VC, or executive, join over 10,000 of us at the 11th SaaStr Annual. It's 3 full days packed with tactical sessions, hands-on workshops, and thousands of chances to connect and network. These are all designed, by the way, to help you scale faster with less stress and a whole lot more success. So we're going to be there. And hopefully, anybody in the area can come and say hi. It's going to be on the 13th, 14th, and 15th of May, booth G127 or 127. Thanks, Max. So here's what we're going to cover today. We'll break down what's holding teams back, show you guys how to use AI and how AI can build a full sales flow. We'll walk through real examples from teams that are already using it today, and we'll leave with a few quick wins that you can try right away, and we'll wrap up with some Q&As to cover anything on your mind. Yeah, perfect. So what's standing between you and growth? As one who was in your shoes, those doing outbound, I was part of the first BDR team here at Lusha. I was doing outbound calls, and we can all relate and we all know that we can hit our numbers higher, but it's just not clicking. And this is always me when I was a kid and also through movies, but I'm a true believer of if you can dream it, you can build it. And I jumped about this day. This is 6 years ago, 2019, doing outbound. And finally, we are here. We made it, guys. So let's kick things off and talk about what's wrong in today's prospecting world. Max. So we are spending way too much time searching and updating our leads. We're bouncing between tabs. We're digging for data. We are tweaking filters and still coming up short. And your contact lists are going stale, and they're going stale really fast because our window of opportunity has already been closed because we just didn't reach out in time. And you miss the funding rounds, and you miss the hiring spikes and the buying signals, all because your list can't keep up. So when there are no signals, you have no direction, and you're flying in the blind with no clue who to talk to or who to reach out to. And of course, the most important part is what to say. Those cold calls are kind of outdated already. So I like to call it the let's give it a try motion is not really a good place to be in. And your tools are slowing you down, and you're just basically guessing. So instead of helping you out, we have a lot of systems that are just making you work slower, and just it's really time that it's wasted. So the time is now set to be changed, and prospecting is no longer going to be manual. There's a better way, there's a smarter way, and it's a more focused way. That's the most important part. It's focused, and that starts now. Max. So introducing sales streaming. And let's talk about that for a quick second and understand, what sales streaming is and how it's going to help us out. Max, you're on point. Perfect. So the definition is as such: a continuous AI-powered way to prospect, where qualified leads are discovered, uh, prioritized, and engaged automatically with minimal manual work. Sales streaming connects every step of the sales process, from identifying prospects to starting conversations, into one smart, always running workflow that keeps your pipeline growing. Now, again, back in the day, I know I talk about it a lot because I used to do sales, but I think it's really important because as one who did, I can relate. We all can relate, by the way. But just in my eyes, my calendar was booked with 2 hours a day, one before lunch, one after lunch, and this was just time spent on prospecting. And I also remember like you had to make sure that the time was set that you're prospecting when your prospects are at lunch and so on and so forth, because you want to save the time for actually calling them. But it's clear in my mind. I can remember that day, and we're happy to let you know that we are at a new point where we can just simply wait back for the replies and just talk to whoever wants to talk to us. And imagine that, like we're already there. So even the fact, and I'll talk about this as well, like even one who did outbound, as part of the customer success team and also Max as well, we spoke with customers daily. And we understand the pain points. And this is truly something that has been raised. They're spending a lot of time, right? And no longer at that point. So we're going to set you guys up from A to Z, and we're going to keep your pipeline growing. And actually, Max, I mean, let's talk about it on your end. You and I were both on the same team, customer success. We talk to customers daily. Let us hear a bit more about your end, what you think, and I'll set you off from there so you can go on to your part.
Thank you, Tal, and hello everyone. Uh yeah, definitely. I remember those days and like the main thought I had there is what I do best is talk to people, build relationships, close deals, right? Kind of find the problems of my customers and help them out. And what I didn't do that well is all the other stuff that is required. I think that's what we're going to talk about right now. So let me kind of jump in and see how we can use AI to build smarter sales flows that will focus us on the things we do best. So what you can see here is an end-to-end flow. I'm going to go through each of those little steps in the way, and we'll drill down, and I will show you a live demo here so you can actually see how it works in action. But let's start just to understand the full flow. We have our recommendations, which is the discovery part, how we start in a way. Right now, we're doing it manually. How are we going to let AI to get us new contacts, new companies daily, so you can start there your day and kind of cut out all the time that you spent on that before. Move on to playlists where you can grow your pipeline automatically with your AI recommended lists. Add them to your CRM and sync them continuously so that you'll have your one source of truth, sorry, always ready to go. Alerts, so you'll be notified for any changes, and so you can go and engage with your customers, with your prospects, and reach out to them with personalized AI sequences and automatic AI actions. So let's dive in. But just before that, I'll say that everything you see here, everything that requires for you to start is just to onboard the Lusha platform and reveal 2 contacts. That's the minimum. The more you do it, the better it gets, but that's the minimum, and you'll get everything we discussed so far. So let's dive in and start with the discovery part, recommendations, and how you can get daily leads that are tailored to you. So the way that it works is that Lusha's AI learns from who you search, save, and reveal in our platform. And then you get the fresh companies and contacts every day that match your ICP or multiple ICPs. The more you use it, the smarter it gets. We recommend to use it often so that our system and our AI will learn you more and more and will be able to tailor you the best leads and companies. And of course, you can use it to discover hidden opportunities and scale your pipeline. And a pro tip for me, and I'll show it to you in a second, you have the ability to generate more contacts and more companies every day So you can get a list of 75 contacts and 75 companies daily. Once we saw all those recommended prospects and companies, we have the ability to organize them and continue to scale our pipeline automatically with Lusha Playlist. Think of it as Spotify for salespeople. Your list will update automatically based on your targets, and we'll continue to add I-fit contacts that meet your ICPs and list behaviors. You control the way that it flows with the amount and the frequency. You can do it on demand, daily or weekly, and select the amount of contacts or companies you want. And you can do it for different ICPs, domains, industries, territories. So each list will adapt to your needs, providing you the tailored prospecting flows for every different motion that you have in your day to day. That means that there's no more need to rebuild lists manually. We'll help you do it. Our AI will help you create your pipeline and make sure it's fresh and relevant always. The pro tip, and I'll show you in a second, is to actually do it as a live list that will update daily and weekly based on the amount that you want. Now we have a list. This list grows automatically, but we want to make sure that you don't need to work hard to make sure it syncs with your one source of truth, your CRM. The way it works, and it's something that will be released soon, we'll of course let you know as soon as it does, is we'll help you automatically sync your revealed contacts into Salesforce in the first phase and all other integrations we have later on, that it will lead to your CRM staying complete and ready without the need to manually update. Every action you take will instantly update your CRM, so it will be synced with your Lusha pipeline and have one pipeline that is connected. That means you spend less time managing system, more times moving deals forward, which is what we want and what we do best. Of course, it really is a valuable feature, so keep on the lookout, and we'll let you know as soon as it is released. We have discoveries that provide us daily contacts and recommendations. We have playlists that provide us a pipeline that grows automatically, singing into the CRM. And now we also want to know when there is changes. So this is the alerts where we allow you to be notified when a company in your list shows buyer intent or has changes for key technology changes and company growth signals. Those signals will help you prioritize who is ready to reach out to when. So we'll let you know out of this list that you're working on or several lists, who you should reach out to today, this week. This will provide you that. Of course, avoiding the cold outreach, which has uh, less probability of succeeding, and focusing on the ones that are the most relevant and the most warm. So you can set up industry alerts by industries, intent, or tech stack, and it will allow you to stay focused. That's a pro tip for me on there. And finally, of course, once we have all of the information and we know who we want to reach out to, we are reaching to the outreach part of Engage. So we will keep the outreach running for you while you sell. Ty described about this dream of we used to have of just having meetings booked directly to your calendar and you just meeting the people that want to speak with you. That is how to make it happen. We are going to allow you to connect your live playlist or your list to Engage automatically. That means that every new lead that enters this list will be automatically enrolled in a sequence. No more manual setup, no more missed follow-ups. Everything will happen automatically. And of course, that you can do it for different lists with different sequences and different approaches, so you can work on your playbook in the best way possible. It's perfect to keep your top of the funnel activity on autopilot and, of course, do what you do best. I'll keep saying it and I'll show you in a second how we actually do it. The pro tip here is connecting the playlist, the live list, and the automation together. Of course, with the CRM one, we will be released soon, and you have a winning method. So without further ado, I want to show you a live demo in our platform. It's something you all have access to, and you'll be able to reach out right away. So let's dive in. And I'll say beforehand that this is a new user. I have never used it before. I set it up a mere few hours before starting this webinar. So I'll go into the search and I'll use a specific flex search for USA sales managers. I'm just doing copy paste and I'll search. And right now I have around a few thousand, 25,000 of contacts that fit what I need. Now I will go and I will reveal um, this person from Snowflake, which is a company, great company for me. And it seems like the right person to talk to. And also we have the person here from HubSpot. Great. I revealed two people with the account, no more than that. My account had previously revealed user contact, sorry, but this one is a user that is doing its first steps, as you see right now. After doing the reveal of two contacts, I have a recommendation list for both contacts and companies where I can scroll through, see all the people that fit the ICP, the companies that you can see here. Everything will be from the same kind of you can think about it as the same filters of company information, contact information, location, titles, industry, and more. And I have here the first 25. I can generate more contacts by just clicking here. And now I have a fresh 25 leads that are optional for me. Same thing for companies. I can see all the companies here and I can decide to generate more to have them. Now, I went through my list, my recommendation list. It looks really good to me. Those are all people that I want to reach out to. What I'm going to do is just select all of them and save into a list. I'll create a new list. Let's call it Max's webinar. Sorry for that. List number 2. And we'll set it up. So once I have added everyone to my list, I can go into that list right here. I have all the people ready. I can reveal the details of some of them. I can decide if I want to save them manually to a different list, CRM, sequence, CSV, or show the details right here. But I want to show you the magic of playlists before we kind of show all the basic actions. So you can see the button right here, add similar contacts. By clicking it, it will allow me to receive similar contacts to the ones I have in this list. It's important to say it doesn't take into consideration all of my activity in Lusha, only the population I have in this list. So it will be specified to your specific domain and ICP of that list. Once I have that, I can continue clicking it a few times. There's a limit of 5 times per day, so you can get another 125 recommended contacts based on only the 2 reviews we saw at first. And I can make it live by going here and turning on the live button, switching from frequency from daily to weekly, doing the amount that I want, which will be changed in each one. Let's say I wanted daily and 50. I want them to do auto show as well for emails, phones, or both. I'll select both. And now my list is live, and every day I will receive 50 contacts that fit this exact ICP where I can reach on, talk to, and decide what I want to do to that point. Now I have a playlist. It works for me and it works well. Now I want to show you the magic part of the sequence. So by clicking here and selecting all new contacts, and I see that there is an issue here. 1 second. Let me, all right. So demo vibes, I'm sorry about that. Let me switch into a different user. So I will show you how it looks like exactly. Eh,
Classic. That's a classic
That
protocol.
classic demo, yeah. We checked it multiple times. It always worked. There's
It's
something
Murphy.
here now. We'll make sure to fix it right away. But I'll go to the same list and I'll press on sequence. And now I have this ability to do only new contacts. This means that every new contact that goes into that list, which is a playlist, a live list for me, I will be able to go and save them into a specific sequence. Let's do this. And then I have this all set up. I have on one hand a playlist that a pipeline that goes automatically, on the other a sequence. Now I'm gonna set it up really quick. I'll use AI to help me. I'll have, um, I want to do friendly voice. I'll select the product or demo request. I'll talk about lead generation tool that uses AI to help sales pros focus on what they do best. And I'll generate that. I'll have two different templates. So I can select between them. Of course, I have the ability to edit them after. Though the templates will be focused on the context I provided, the tone of voice, and the purpose of that sequence. We will see it in a second. Here we go. We have template number 1 and template number 2. I can select the ones. I think 1 is better. I'll select it. From this point, I can, of course, go and decide if I want to kind of go and do small adjustments on that, both on the activation time and the actual sentences. I can add the context as we talked about before. Everyone will flow into the sequence automatically. And of course, I can decide how I want to do it from there. I can also add from that list, import contacts, add from prospecting, and more to the same sequence. And let me review and activate it. Now I have an active list. So everything that will happen, everyone that will go into that list right now will be sent right away to here. So let me show you an example. I'll add those 25 new contacts. Great. Now going into the sequence and going into the contacts, I have 25 contacts that came right here, right now, with this playlist and sequence automation. Of course, I need to connect my emails, just the demo account, and I don't want to send them those emails, so I'm not doing it right now, but you'll be able to do it really easily by connecting your email and activating this sequence. So that is the full flow from going into recommendations, providing the playlist, the automated pipeline generation, and connecting it into a sequence. I also want to show you how it works for companies. So let's take those companies as well. I'll create a list for it. And right now I have the ability to turn on alerts. Those alerts will allow me to select specific technologies. For example, we know that we work very well with tools like Salesforce and HubSpot. So every time someone has a new tool, and also Pipedrive, so every time a new company has this technology detected, I want to receive an alert on it for those 25 companies. Of course, as I can continue add similar companies so I can be more robust than what I have right now. Everything on my ICP as I've done before. And now I have the ability to get those alerts on those companies right away, including the ability to turn it live so that I'll have fresh companies generating daily or weekly with those alerts as well. And a teaser for the next quarter. Very soon, we will allow you the ability to generate recommended contacts for each company you have in lists, so you can connect that flow into an engaged sequence as well with the automation, with the AI, everything I showed you. It's soon there as well. So this is the demo. I hoped you liked it. Let's go back and talk about some use cases and how to get some quick wins. So Tal, over to you.
Thank you, Max. You are the best. Most appreciated. And everyone listening right now, we are truly excited about this one. And if you haven't seen it yet, I'm sure you guys are happy as much as we are. So this is really, really a game changer. And yes, I know I say that on every webinar that we have, but we're always leveling up and always going into new waters and new areas. And AI, of course, is letting us work faster. So yeah, we're super excited. So where are we going to go with this and what's in it for you guys? And then in the next slide, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about where your role comes in and what you'll be taking away from this. So SDRs and BDRs, this one is for you guys. You need to qualify leads quickly and keep the pipeline moving, of course. So with the live list, you don't have to waste any kind of time. New leads will match your criteria automatically, and you'll stay focused on what matters. And this is going to be what we love the most, conversions, conversations, sorry, that actually convert. Account executives, here's one for you guys. You want to spend less time on chasing over, deals that could be closed faster, which means in this world today, your live list will help you spot high fit deals faster. You keep your follow-ups on track, also really, really important, and move things forward with creating the right message at the right time. RevOps team members, your team cares most about making things run smoother, of course. So manually updating and maintaining lists will get messy, and we know all about that. So the live lists are going to set you up, keep everything up to date and working in the background, which of course will let you guys get cleaner data and fewer headaches, and of course better performances. For our marketing team members, last but not least, you guys need to build hyper-targeted segments, support campaigns with real-time data, and scale your outreach without slowing down. So that's a bit about how you guys can take away a bit of the new model of Lusha into your roles. Let's talk about a couple of quick wins to try out right now when we finish this session. So number one, run a flex search, contact or company one, and save the results to a list. Reveal at least only two contacts to activate your power recommendations. Click add similar contacts on any of the lists and make it live. And then auto enroll new contacts into engaged sequences to keep outreach running. That's literally all you have to do. Set it and forget it. So thank you everybody for joining us today. Excuse me, I lost my voice there. We are waiting to see you guys put this into action. It comes from you guys. Let's go into some Q&As. So anybody who wants, make sure to drop questions in the Q&A part. Some will be answered already by our team, and some we will talk about right now. So we have a question from Sabrina. Will we be able to spot the new companies that are added daily? And if so, how?
Yes. Hi, Sabrina. So we are going to add an indication, as you've seen before, in the demo of like this. It came from the green indication on the side and an AI icon. And very, very soon, we're going to show you a source column that allows you to see which source this company came from and to filter by all the sources so you can decide what you want to do for each source that you are.
Amazing. From Julia, how does Lusha's AI detect buyer intent?
It's a great question, Julia. So the way that it works is that we have a partnership with Bombora, the leader of buyer intent globally, and we're tracking over 4 million companies, 18,000 different topics, and we are allowing you to see weekly changes of those intent topics based on various parameters of an account or company and the way that they interact with a specific topic online. And then our Lusha AI knows how to leverage this information to your list to make sure that every company you have there that has relevant buyer intent that you set up will be alerted for you.
Thank you, Max. I hope I'm going to say this name correctly. Twixer. Maybe not. Maybe it's not even a name. It could be a system. but it says there's a no next to it. How can I upload the contact and link it to my CRM?
It depends which CRM you have, but if you have one of the 9 integrations that we have, you can connect your CRM easily through the integration page and the settings. And then when you go and search contacting, plugin, prospecting, lists, recommendations, whatever, you can save it directly into CRM. And of course, as mentioned, we'll have the ability to auto add your CRM soon, so you'll have all the information synced automatically.
I'm waiting on that one as well. Question from David. What's the best way to get back to your original search? It seems that when you start to dive into your list, you can't go back easily to the beginning.
I'm trying to understand what do you mean when you say original search, David. If you're talking about the prospecting search we have recent searches that will be always available for you to slide back into the search that you had with all the filters. If you're talking about the list, it will be ordered by a pagination. So the ones with the in the previous or the latter pages will be the ones that you started off with. I'm not sure if that answered your question. Please rephrase it and we'll try it again if not.
Okay, David, we'll hear from you if you have any additional insights on the question. Question from Eric. You mentioned that the recommended list will populate based off of only two ICP leads. Can we provide more than two to help narrow the focus of the recommended leads?
Of course, great question, Eric. I'm happy that you asked that. Yes, two is just the minimum amount. The way that we do it is that our AI learns thousands of different inputs that you put in. The more you use it, the smarter it gets and more tailored to you. So definitely use it more than two, so you'll have.
Perfect. It was kind of breaking up. Did you finish? It was stuck on my end.
Yeah, I
Okay.
finished
I
that.
was like, we froze for a moment. Okay. I don't know if anybody noticed. I left the call for like a minute and then I suddenly came back. But okay. Internet issues. Question from Sophia. In the paid version, is there an option to view a company's sales or purchases from a particular country along with contact details without applying multiple filters on the dashboard? Will AI be effective in this scenario?
I'm not sure I understood the question. Let me kind of repeat it and see if I understand, Sophia. So you're saying you want to view a company's sales or purchases in a particular country, meaning which technologies they have in a specific country or what were their specific acquisitions. I'll answer what I do know and please rephrase it or kind of adjust me on this answer. But we are providing technologies so you can go and say, if you know that there's a specific company from Europe or EMEA or North America or anywhere else, you can spot these technologies changes, both additions and removals of technologies. I'm not sure if that answered your question. Um, Please rephrase it if it didn't.
But I think kind of goes, I mean, even if you talk about technologies or intent, to your question, yeah, you still have to add a bit more details. If you want to go high level, of course, yes, just plug in less details and we'll give you companies in a certain area, for example. But then the more you add, you'll get to your targeted contact within those companies. Because, it kind of goes, you can start with your contacts, you can start with your companies. So if you go with the companies, of course, you get the company data, but then you'll drill down, sorry, into the customer profile. So you do want to eventually add some more details. So for Sophia, just a couple of points from us. From Fernando, how updated is your database contact list?
We update our contact list weekly and sometimes daily. So we are doing our best efforts to keep that contact and company list with the most up-to-date data. I do want to say, and it's something that the whole data industry experiences, there are a lot of changes. There are approximately around 100,000 people changing jobs monthly. So as you can understand, the changes are rapid, but we are on it and we are refreshing our data, both for companies and contacts weekly and sometimes daily.
Question from from Jack. I'm a freelance SDR for several companies, so I use several different email addresses. Can I use different email addresses under one account?
Jack, that requires an approval from compliance. If it's the same company, then you have the ability to tie them together after this approval. Please reach out to our support, and they will do their best to help you with this issue as soon as possible.
And from Martin, how is the sync with Salesforce? Two ways?
Good question, Martin. Currently, it's a one-way sync. It's a push sync, meaning we push data into your CRM. We are working on the ability to sync it back. So let's say a different owner or stage or anything else change in your CRM will show you that indication in our platform as well. But currently, it's a one-side push through there. We don't take the data. We just go and add it or save or create new contacts or accounts.
That was a question that I got a lot of part of the customer success team that, we get it. There's concerns, right? If you're typing into a CRM, you just want to ask a couple of questions. And that was a question, but there's a general state of mind that state of rule. It's a one way we're adding data into your CRM. From Cohen, how can we improve the quality of the AI results? One person I revealed moved to a completely unrelevant industry, but now the AI keeps suggesting people from that industry.
Coin is a great question. So the way that the AI works is that, 1st off, it searches the last 90 days. It takes the inputs from the last 90 days. So The more you use it, all those unrelevant ones will kind of dwindle down with their effect. But again, it's a matter of masses. So if you have one from that industry, but you now revealed 10, 15, 20, 50 from a different industry, those will be the ones who are getting this spotlight. Other than that, that's for the recommendations. You can create a list with a specific ICP that you want that is relevant right now and use the add similar contacts in the live list, which will provide you only based on that ICP, so you won't see any other industries. Yeah, both ways work.
Amazing. From Alexander, it seems the AI feature is very dependent on the original search. Is there a feedback loop so the AI learns which leads are useful and which are not?
Great question, Alexander. Yes, there is a feedback loop. We see what you continue to consume in your recommendation list, meaning save to list, show, and we take that input into account. Other than that, we are working on a more advanced feedback loop that you'll be able to prompt us exactly what you want and not in a free language manner, free text manner. So hopefully that'll be soon. But yes, there is a feedback loop, and we will keep improving it more and more the more we advance.
Question from Praveen. What is bulk credits?
So bulk credits is part of a specific pricing plans for scale accounts. Those are legacy plans. And if you want more information, reach out to support and they will provide you an article with all the information needed, required. What is bulk credits, how to use them, and how is it different than other credits?
Yeah, and I can add a bit on that. Like depending, of course, depending on the model, pricing model that you have regarding Lusha subscription, bulk credits are used for a specific kind of motion, and there are multiple motions about that. But yeah, I mean, depends on what you're looking for. That's when you're going to use it. Question from Eric. I have some experience using platforms that offer leads based on buyer intent. The problem with this was that it only provided competitors because of how those companies were active on the internet. How does Lucia ensure that leads based on buyer intent are actually leads?
It's a great question, Eric. So, a few ways. First off, it all depends on the topics that you there's I don't want to go too deep into it, but there's a few different models of buyer intent. Some use something called um buy ad intents to simplify it, and the other one is topic intents. We're using topic intents, meaning we don't just put a pixel or a tracker in an ad in a page and sees which ICP goes there. We actually measure the amount of engagement with each article or online piece that a company and someone from that company is using. So you'll be able to see and the score will be reflected on the scrolling velocity, the dwell times, the shared intent, if they return to the same article more and more, if there's some more articles in that and keywords and more. So in the topic selection, if you choose a right amount of domain topics, your brand topics, and competitor topics, you'll have the ability to scroll through them and see the topic synergy of the companies that are actually interested in buying and not just companies that's their business. Other than that, you have the ability in our search tool to exclude certain companies. So you can just exclude the companies that you want with that are your competitors and only see the ones that are uh, potential buyers.
Nice, thanks. Um, okay, from David. If I start with a search list of 50 companies, sorry, when I click into one of the contacts and do my research, I want to get back to the original 50 companies. And oh, this is from the previous question, I think. Was it from David?
I think I get what you mean. I'm not sure if it's a previous one or not, but yeah, if you start a search list and you go into a specific contact you want to go, the best way to do it is use the recent search with the filters that you put. It will bring you back to exactly the same list you had before clicking on that company. If you are working in a specific list and going into a specific company, you'll be able to go to that list back again. You'll have a back kind of arrow on the top left, and it will take you back to that list. Hope that answered your question.
Okay. Question from John. Actually, I'll take this one. We have just come out of Zoom Info Enterprise Edition. Why should I choose Lusha? That's a great question, John. ZoomInfo is a great company. We talk about them all the time. We have, there are many competitors around data intelligence platform. It's a hard question to answer because there's no exact result saying, you can't level them out. As data providers, we're all better and weaker in different locations, titles, industries, whatever it might be. So, as while we're all good, some will be better for your exact need. So, we have a buy before try mentality. You can sign up for free. You can take a small package. You can go then, at a larger scale. But yes, 100%, you need to test the data. You'll see that if your ICP, your company, the intent signals, whatever it might be that you came to get Lucia for, if it's working seamlessly, that's going to be a good choice for you. But to compare directly saying, ZoomInfo is here and we're there, it's a really, really difficult question to answer. So I hope that helps. I know it's fairly broad, but it's the best I can give you. Max, I mean, do you have anything to add on that, or that's roughly what?
Yeah, I do. I do. I have one piece on that. Listen, data is just part of the issue or part of the kind of solution. Another one is the way you use it. As you know, in 2025, we have grown into a specific user experience that is important for us. So things will be intuitive, simple, quick. And I think that's what Lusha excels in. When you use Lusha, as you can see right now, I just demoed a new user. It's always much the way that we build it is in a way to be we are thoughtful in the experience so that it will be very easy, intuitive for you to use. Won't have major onboarding kind of prices for new users or for existing users that want to level up, and provide you kind of the most core solutions that you need to excel what you do. So ZooInfo is a great company, as Todd mentioned, but I think Lucia really excels in that area as well, which is another part of the data, of course, which is also important.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's two sides of it, data and platform. And, I agree with you 100%, Max. Thanks. From Aman, do you have a dialer feature? And if so, is it for all regions or specific ones?
We do not have a dialer right now. We are working on it. More on that soon.
Okay, 1 second. When I mentioned my dream back in the beginning of the session, it was actually with a dialer. And I spoke to the CEO about this a few years ago. And, I'm still waiting on it. But who knows if that's the focus of Lusha. Um, from Thomas, how can you control the geographic location of the AI powered recommendations?
So two ways, as I mentioned before, the context that you reveal and the companies you save into list. That's one way for the recommendation product, which is a discovery one. The other one is to create a list with a specific geography that you want, which will be, and you can create a few different lists with different geographies, which will be only specified to that.
Okay. A couple of more questions. I'm just trying to find the ones. Okay, how could we do this one? Bear with me. From a question from Martin, do you have contact details for sales teams? I mean, yeah, Martin, we have data around the world, globally, whatever department you need. So we have 160 million contacts in our profiles, in our database, sorry. So, easily go to the main search platform, the prospecting platform. You can easily just, without any kind of filters, just start with Department of Sales, right? On the contact side. You'll see worldwide, whatever number you have there. And then from there, start to go and drill down into if you want to fine tune, use the job title. If you want to get the location, go with the location. So your numbers will start to get lower and lower over time, and then really focus on your ideal customer profile. Let me just check. we're multiple people here working off of, some are on live chat, some are asking the question. I mean, Max and I are interesting online. Oh yeah, it's mind-boggling. Nice. Okay, so I think we're good. So so yeah, thank you everybody. Anyone who took the time to join us today to learn more about our recent updates. We really want to make sure that you guys take this new data and add it into your systems. And please let us know about it. Let us make it better, right? I mean, it's already, we're in ideal world. It's the future. So let us know how we can make it better and put us even higher into the next step. And I also want to thank, of course, like I said, you guys, but also thank our team for helping us to educate you guys and how to take advantage of the new features at Lucia. So shout out to Asaf, Alina, Doreen, and of course, Max. Thank you so much. We will send a recording after the session. You can share it with your team, and you can also find the recording on our new resources page, which, by the way, on that resources page, you can also access our new Lucia Academy page, which has on-demand courses. Um, and really, just whenever you guys need it, just go grab a course. Take you, there's the short lessons within those courses. So take the time that you need, pause it, go back whenever you need. It's on hand. So feel free to take advantage of that. We're also going to work on a playlist, so stay tuned. So again, thank you everybody so much. Have a great day, have a great night, and we wish you all happy prospecting, smash your goals, and best of luck.
Happy selling.